Bienvenidos a Sentir Espírita.
Welcome to Sentir Espírita. Now, let's talk about the Spiritist Scale, which consists of 3 orders. In the 3rd order, the lowest, we find the least evolved spirits. In the 2nd order, there are spirits of an intermediate level, friendly beings that God uses as messengers and guides. In the 1st order, we find spirits that are practically angels. They are the only ones who have contact with God, the only ones who speak to Him, and who could bring us messages. No incarnate person can say, "I bring you a message from God," because only pure and perfect spirits of the 1st order could do so, and they don't. God does not send direct messages, but rather communicates through signs via spirits from the 1st and 2nd orders. No incarnate person can stand at a pulpit and declare, "God spoke to me." That is not true. To be sure of this, one must read the codified books. On TikTok, there is a trend suggesting that people will soon be deceived by holograms, making them believe that Jesus has returned. This idea is being spread on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. But let me tell you something. Just as Spiritists never believed in COVID-19, which has already been proven to be a lie, the same will happen with this fraud. The world was panicked by COVID. When someone had the disease, the whole world pointed at them as if they were the enemy of the people. That same mentality will be used in other aspects. The world has been conditioned to accuse and persecute, just like in the Dark Ages. We are living in a new era of witch hunts. Spiritists will not fall for these deceptions about visions in the sky because we are informed by reliable sources. Now, let's look at the 3rd order. Here we find imperfect spirits, where matter dominates over spirit. They tend toward evil, are ignorant, proud, and selfish. Although they sense the existence of God, they do not understand Him. They hold lowly ideas and need to evolve spiritually. We must help them in this process. Within the 3rd order, there are 5 levels: impure spirits, frivolous spirits, neutral spirits, troubling spirits, pseudo-wise spirits. These spirits evolve with each reincarnation or new opportunity for life. Now, let's move to the 2nd order, the intermediate level. According to Spiritist codification, these are the good spirits. In them, spirit prevails over matter, and they possess high moral qualities such as kindness, wisdom, and benevolence. They serve as spiritual guides for human beings. The levels within the 2nd order are benevolent spirits, wise spirits, spirits of wisdom, superior spirits. The 2nd level is crucial. Superior spirits are those whom God entrusts to be our spiritual guides. From birth, each of us is assigned a spirit guide, although many people never become aware of it. However, some children recognize them from an early age as imaginary friends. The relationship with them depends on what parents teach. If parents tell their children to reject them, they will. But if they accept them, the connection can be strong. The spirit guide respects our free will. However, in emergency situations, they may intervene. Many times, when someone miraculously survives an accident, it is the work of the spirit guide. Now, let's move on to the 1st order, the pure and perfect spirits. According to the Spiritist Scale, these beings have moral perfection and wisdom. They have no passions or earthly imperfections. Their mission is to contribute to the progress of the universe by spreading love and spiritual light. These are the angels, the only ones who see God and are with Him at all times. They are the only ones who have heard the voice of God. God has rules even for himself. Spiritist laws explain why God does not communicate with incarnate people. Jesus of Nazareth, when he was on earth, was a superior spirit, belonging to the second level of the second order. Although superior spirits are not required to incarnate, God entrusted Jesus with coming to earth to deliver his message. That is why it is said that Jesus is the most elevated spirit ever to have walked this planet. After his sacrifice, Jesus may have ascended to the first order, although there is no certainty. We do not know if he remains incarnated as a superior spirit or if he has already become a pure and perfect spirit. To conclude, let me remind you that when someone goes to a fortune teller, the spirits they contact are from the third order. God does not allow them to interfere in our lives, but they approach without his permission because they are part of an evolutionary process. These spirits live in a spiritual swamp, a dark and desolate place, and they emerge from there to disturb the living. They do not want our evolution. They only seek to trouble us. When rituals involve material objects such as food, clothing, blood, or photographs, they are invoking spirits of the third order. Those who practice candomblé, umbanda, and similar traditions work with spirits of this level. An instructed spiritist knows that communication with God is not direct. When we pray to fluidify water, we address God, but he responds through his superior spirits. On the other hand, when a sorcerer invokes a spirit by name, they are not calling upon a good spirit. Open your eyes. Educate yourself. A spiritist has the responsibility to recognize what is a true message and what is deception. Do not be swayed by charlatans. My only duty is to warn those who are ready to receive this information.